the business has gone into a direction that, Jim Cornette and I go round and round about this, where he says, well, the business has been exposed and you can't kayfabe anymore. Weren't you, before you got into wrestling, PJ, weren't you pretty sure that the business was a work?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you didn't know it until you broke into it, but you sort of like, in my thinking, I don't think the wrestling fan sitting out there gives a flying fuck if it's a work, it's a shoot, it's not a shoot. But if you deliver it to me in a package that doesn't insult my intelligence, the heel gets heat, the babyface knows how to shine, and the storyline goes in some semblance of, in other words, Shane Douglas doesn't shoot laser beams out of his eyes.
Right.
As long as you present it in a believable format, that's all the fans are looking for. Every fan on the planet knows our business is a work. How do we present it? And I think what's being lost today is that all those things we've been talking about during the show, the believability, the semblance of making it look like a shoot when it's a work, all those things have been lost. And what's missing from the business today, and why the business has gone from 52 million fans a week to 3 million fans a week, and digressing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's, and I just don't see it. Like what I'm watching right now on Raw is, and this was a lot of big hype, and it's a lot of what we're talking about. It's this slick, very well produced thing, but it's supposed to be a fight, and it looks like a trailer to a horror movie or a scene from a horror movie. and there's fighting going on in it. And now there's Bray Wyatt, with cutaways of him in a movie scenario. And now they're beating each other up in some backyard at nighttime with movie camera style film and a kendo stick and fake wrestling, fake shitty acting. Yeah. And it doesn't look believable. The shots look protected, and they're probably hurting like hell too. You know those, you know those, right? The ones that hurt like hell and they look like shit.
Yeah.
I hate those. At least if they're gonna hurt, make it look good.
Right.
And that's what's going on here. It's just poorly. It's slick and well produced, but it's just bad TV.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's what people crack on wrestling for. It's just not intriguing. Like, why am I watching this? This looks like a bad B movie. And I hate to say it because I bet you everybody loves Hardy and Bray Wyatt. So I already wrote something on Twitter. I bet you I get slammed for it. So I poo-pooed on it. But to me, it's just not entertaining. And I'm curious to see what the fans say. I'm actually going to pull it up right now and see if we can get some results while we're still talking. Just kind of, I only said that, cut away with it, because it just kind of really was talking to our point of what it's about these days. Now somebody's running around in a cemetery, and Matt Hardy's the worst actor of all time. He's like, well, I know that.
Say it, TJ. This is hilarious.
No, but I mean, I know it's his gimmick to do that, but it's just like that over the top thing is just like killing me. Oh boy, he must be pissed. I love Matt, but dude, Jeff is just like, he could mess up a wet dream and doesn't have to do anything. And Matt works so hard, and Jeff just has to barely be able to get dressed and get ready. And he's always going to have that thing, and it's like one works so hard and wants it so bad, the other one just is like, and that God, the resentment there has to kill him.
but it's all based off history, right? I mean, I remember watching the Hardys 15 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, and so it sort of takes on life of its own.
Absolutely does. Yeah.
Where I think the business has gone awry is that with all these social medias and this ubiquitous 24/7, you can pull up anything at any point, and looking at it from point to point. When I was a kid, I used to go to the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. The first thing I did with my dad, I would walk into the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. I would look to see, are there cameras here? Because if there's cameras here, that means something's happening tonight.
Yeah.
But again, it didn't matter to me. Shoot, work, whatever. Those words weren't even known to me at the time. But they didn't matter to me at the time. I wanted to see the guy that I was backing beat the guy that I didn't like. And that's what I think has been lost in the over and under of this is here's Justin Credible, he's a jackass, so you should hate him, and here's Joe Blow, he's a babyface, you should love him, and so Joe Blow should be Justin Credible just because, as opposed to what makes these characters tick, what goes into those characters, what are the traits of those characters. It's so much more nuanced and so much more deep dug, I think, than just seeing Today in the Business.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree.